Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to start with the 10th standard chemistry and physics, unit number 8, chemical bonding, series number 3 is going to be continued. This is Dr. Kavita Kothireddy. I'm going to bring about the concepts with respect to chemical bonding and scientific purview of what Lewis and Costello. Those theories are going to be discussed in detail in this session. Right, earlier we completed what are the fundamental forces which operating between the atoms, and next is about what kind of Lewis dot structure is there, and the reasoning kind of questions were discussed. In addition to this one, earlier we completed unit number 1 to 7, the detailed entire explanation available on the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry. Let us enter into our today's concept, series number 3 of chemical bonding, where Lewis symbol, Lewis dot structure was there. A Lewis dot structure denotes what? Periodic classification, arrangement of elements in the periodic table according to electronic configuration, which gave the new thought about the chemical bond formation. Earlier periodic table made by different kind of assumption and a different kind of classification of elements was done, but new and modern periodic table purely based on atomic number. Alternative way you can say that is the electronic configuration based. So this electronic configuration based classification laid the foundation for new scientific perceptions in order to get the compounds, how the bonding is possible, what kind of molecule formation is possible, and how the new compounds will be originated. So many kind of scientific research was done based on this assumption called arrangement of all the elements based on their atomic number, and also known as electronic configuration. According to mostly similar properties recur periodically when elements are arranged according to increasing atomic number. In other words, electronic configuration, not by weights, determine the factor of chemical properties. Chemical properties of each and every element purely lay on their electronic configuration and also atomic number. Right, so these are the main parameters which used to assign the properties to individual elements. Based on that only, groups and periods were categorized in the entire periodic table. And this is the system. In general, we can say this is a Lewis dot symbol structure. Hydrogen with one electron get combined with any other hydrogen, so that here two electrons got generated in between. This is a kind of chemical bond formation between two hydrogen atoms. And in this manner, bond formation can be represented with a dotted structure. In the similar way, chlorine with a short of one electron in order to acquire the noble gas configuration. That's the reason why it get combined with one more chlorine, both mutually sharing the electrons, and there is a formation of covalent bond. And there are so many dots are there because it's a valency. Lewis symbol predominantly in symbols their outermost shell electrons known as valency shell electrons. So all the dots whichever present on the atom resembles their valency electrons present in that. Chlorine is associated with 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5 configuration. 3s2 and 3p5, this will become its valency shell configuration, so that 5 electrons, 5 plus 2 s electrons, total 7 electrons present in its valency shell, and all are represented with the dots in this Lewis description. Right, that's the reason why they get combined and there is a mutual sharing and a formation of bond is possible. This is a kind of Lewis symbol representation. Now, chemical bonds are broadly classified in two types. There is a possibility of strong bond formation and even big bond formation is possible. This is a just categorization. Whatever the compound you can take in the entire periodic table, all are marginalized into these classes of bond formations only. So no new bond formation is possible other than these 5. Strong bonds basically classified into 4 types. One is called ionic bond, called a transfer of electrons. Covalent bond, called a mutual sharing of electrons. Coordinate covalent bond, what we can say donation followed by sharing of electrons. Metallic bond is nothing but three-dimensional, regular repeated arrangement of metal atoms. is called metallic bond formation. So all these four categorized as a strong bonds, and which any compound you are taking which are present either in nature, otherwise synthesized in the laboratory, all comes under these four categories only. Otherwise, exceptionally, we have two kind of nature called a weak bond, hydrogen bond and van der Waals bond formation. Hydrogen bond exceptionally generated by only three elements when hydrogen is in closure vicinity with either fluorine, nitrogen, oxygen. Then only there is a formation of hydrogen bond is possible. And because of this hydrogen bond only are water existing in liquid state. And more, one more thing is van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are between atomic state. Their individual atoms are attracted. Van der Waals forces of attractions. These are mostly observed in inert gases, otherwise gaseous atoms too. And next is about Lewis symbol, Lewis dot structure. The discovery of noble gases and understanding of their electronic configuration helped us in explaining formation of chemical bond among the atoms and elements. So here, noble gas discovery is the main achievement by the researchers, we can say, because based on the nature of these only entire elements present in the periodic table, because all tends to move on to these noble gas configuration. That's the reason why all chemical properties got imparted. That's the reason why here noble gas invention is the great achievement by the researchers. So by the virtue of these completely filled electronic configuration only here, all the remaining elements are moving forward for various chemical reactions. These noble gases notably noted as otherwise ATA in Roman numerals. Typical gases, almost negligible chemical reactivity will be assigned for these, and always they present in the elemental state or a gaseous or monoatomic state only. And they very few chemical reactions captured with the bottommost elements like xenon will exhibit fluorides and oxides. Not other than these compounds are formed by these noble gases. They are more stable and do not form molecules by allowing their atoms to combine into themselves or with other atoms too. Now, Lewis symbols, how the Lewis symbol can be demonstrated by the individual elements. In order to assign this one here, we are considering these noble gases. Noble gases are regarded as a zero group element, are inert group element, are 18th group elements, are 8th B group elements. These many names, alternative names are provided to them. And the elements which are present are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. All are occupied with NH2 NP6 valency electronic configuration. This is said to be a completely filled and which is called inert in nature. Because of high stability, they are imparting inertness. Here, helium. Helium is a element which is most essential in mixing with oxygen in the submarine traveling, and neon discharging lamps are available, and these are mostly used as street lights. Argon used to impart the inert atmosphere, and also argon lamps also available. Krypton is also krypton lamps are available, and inert atmosphere in the research are provided by this krypton gas. Xenon also forms so many even chemical reactive applications in the industry. Apart from this inertness, and also there's a light flashing agent, so here additional properties also imparted for this xenon. Radon being it is a radioactive element, larger atom among all, so that it used to radiate the alpha, beta, gamma radiation, so that you can say it is a radioactive element. And it is also find applications like inertness and also radiation emission. Right. So here we have one caption that stable. All these elements are very stable. Hence, they are denoted as a noble in nature. Right. Now, we have one question here. What could be the reason for this? Why in inertness our 18th group elements are showing that kind of inertness? What could be the reason for this one? In order to explain here, scientific perception was given, and this is the data collected from preserved articles. Thank you for your information. Cosell and Lewis in 1916 observed that during the chemical reaction, atoms of all the elements tends to achieve the noble gas configuration. Any atom having natural tendency to achieve the noble gas configuration. Based on this observation, there is a theory formed in order to explain the chemical bond formation. According to this, during a chemical reaction, atoms or element tends to gain the stability by acquiring the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. If you are seeing hydrogen, that having tendency to reach helium. If you are going with the fluorine, otherwise sodium, their nearby element is neon. That's why they will tend to get a neon configuration. If you go with the chlorine, so that having natural tendency to go with argon. In that manner, nearest to noble gas configuration achievement is the main criteria for all the chemical reactivity of the elements. Thus, during the chemical reaction, atoms or all element tends to achieve 8 electrons. So that 8 electrons, conquering 8 electrons is called octet rule. 8 is called octa in chemical terminology. That's the reason why 8 electrons acquiring nature of each and every element is denoted as octet rule. 8, how can we distribute? Ns to Np6. That is called 8 electron system called octet system. Now it is clearly mentioned with all noble gases. Helium, where the 2 electrons only, outermost shell is a shell where 2 electrons are present in this valency shell. And these 2 are regarded as valency electrons, being K shell is a valency shell. Neon with atomic number, Z value will be 10 for this one. And the K shell is acquired with 2 electrons and L accommodated with the 2 plus 6. A total 8 electrons are present, Ns to Np6. Octet got fulfilled from neon because helium is the smallest where P shell will not be present in the first K shell. So here neon onwards octet rule is promptly followed, right? Here, the neon is accompanied by valency shell L, where 8 electrons are present, and these 8 are regarded as valency electrons. Organ with the 18 atomic number, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. M is the valency shell for this one, and where 8 electrons again present in this valency, where we have all 8 are regarded as, all 8 which are present in the M shell are regarded as valency electrons. Move on to krypton. There's Z. Z denotes what atomic number. Number of protons present are 36, and equal number of electrons also accommodated in krypton. Where K shell with the 2 electrons, L with 8, M with 18. Why it is 18? Because D also added here. Along with S and P orbitals, here D orbital is also added. 8 plus D orbital capacity is 10, right? That's why 18 electrons in the M shell, and the valency will be N. Here, Ns to Np6 will be there. So again, you can find 8 electrons in its N valency shell, where 8 is the valency electron count for this krypton. In this manner, here, and the detailed electronic configuration of these elements also mentioned here. Helium with 1s2, neon with 2s2, 2p6, argon with 3s2, 3p6, krypton with 4s2, 4p6, xenon with 5s2, 5p6, radon with 6s2, 6p6 electronic configuration. If you observe each and every element, all are obeying octet rule. 8 electrons are present in their valency shell, hence they are highly stable. Now, look at the second column and third column of the in the above table. It is very clear that all the noble gases have 8 electrons in the outermost shell except helium. What could be the reason? Because helium is not having p orbital in this, only s orbital is there. Maximum capacity of s orbital only 2 electrons, so that it is not obeying that octet, and it is the exceptional one. And apart from this, remaining all are obeying octet rule. So here, this is the exceptional condition. Here it is clearly mentioned neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon all are acquired with Ns2 Np6 configuration, exceptionally helium with only 2 electrons. So it is the kind of system with the slight violation from the octet rule, but obeying the stability too. Now let us move on to the actual concept of Lewis symbol. Lewis symbol is purely based on the dots. That's why conceptualized in this dotted manner concept of dots. The arrangement of electrons in the different shells of atoms, electrons, how they arranged clearly mentioned with electronic configuration. So that is started in the 18th century. After the invention of microscope, after the invention of subatomic particles like electrons, then only electronic configuration came into the picture. Before that, atomic number, atomic weight, those are the concepts in order to mention the behavior of each and every element. 18th century, at the end of 18th century, a new kind of perception electronic configuration came into the picture, where all the properties are laying based on these valency electrons only. And valency electrons in the atom element depicted in the short form by Lewis symbol. Lewis purely dots only, and these are denoted as electron dot structure. We represent nucleus and inertial electrons of the atom by symbol of element, and electrons in the outer shell by dots. Element is not written completely, rather it's a elemental symbol should be taken. And how many valency electrons? Not all the electrons. If it is having 18 electrons, we have to consider outermost electrons whatever present. Whole 18 electrons we are not keeping as dots. It is very complicated. That's the reason why only valency electrons taken into the consideration for this electron dot structure. And the elemental symbol is taken as the representation for that element, right? So here we can clearly observe that let us see how Lewis dot structure of argon and sodium. So we are going to assign Lewis dot structure for argon and sodium. Sodium is with the neon configuration and more one electron. That means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1 is the entire electronic configuration of sodium, and it is clearly mentioned here. Atomic mass is denoted as 23. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Then what is the valency electron here? How many valency electrons? Only one valency electron is there, that is in third main shell. So here only one electron, one dot is indicated here. Move on to argon. Argon being it is a noble gas, and the central part is composed of 18 protons and 18 neutrons. Around this we have 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. This is the complete electronic configuration of argon. 18 electrons will be there, but valency will be 8 electrons only. Let us count 8 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8 electrons are regarded as its valency electrons. So this system was taken, and the dot structure we have to extend for these two elements. Let us draw dot structure for these two elements. Let us start with argon. And the atom has 8 valency electrons. First, write the symbol of argon. Argon symbol was written here, and whose valence electron count is also taken here. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 was taken. And argon always filled in this pressurized containers, because always it is monatomic and gaseous state. It should be stored in cylindrical containers. Now let us assign its dot structure. Move on to next step. First, what we did, electronic configuration was taken into the consideration, and here its main application was also given. Argon is the main compound which is used in the illumination of lamps. Here, move on to next step. Place the valency electrons around the symbol. How can we represent argon? Argon is represented with Ar. Around this Ar, how many valency electrons are there? 8 electrons are there. 3s2, 3p6. These are together considered as a valency electron. So that 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2. Total 8 electrons are represented in this manner. This is known as a Lewis dot structure. Lewis electron dot structure was given for this, right? So now move on to sodium. Again, we already know sodium electronic configuration is assigned as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s1. Here we also mentioned the major application of sodium. It is the major component of table salt sodium chloride, and it is very essential for healthy growth, healthy survival of organisms. So here sodium is that is mentioned in accordance with the Moeller diagram and Auber principle. This is the kind of electronic configuration where only one valency electron is assigned for the sodium. Now let us indicate valency electrons with dotted structure. In order to indicate the dotted structure, first we have to go for the elemental symbol of sodium, that is Na. So Na means what? Natrium, right? Sodium is a natrium, right? And it's a valency electrons. How many? Only one is there. That's why one dot is sufficient for this one. So in this manner, Lewis dot structure is assigned for sodium metal. And we can extend for all the noble gases too. Here, Lewis dot structure of the atoms, noble gases are showing here. Helium is illuminated in this manner because most of these gases used in the illumination of lamps and their lightning properties mentioned individually. Helium lamp will be like this. Neon lamp is illuminated in this manner. Argon is in this way it is glowing. Krypton is glowing in this manner. Xenon and eventually radon, being it is radioactive, it is also having the property of illumination. Now let us move on to Lewis dot structure. Let us assign helium with only 2 valency electrons. That's why only 2 dots are indicated here. Neon with the NH2 NP6, 8 electrons are there in its valency shell. So that here 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, total 8 electrons are given, right? So here in the same manner, all except the helium remaining, all are obeying octet. Means 8 valency electrons are there. That's why Lewis symbol for all the remaining neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and followed by radon. All are assigned with the 8 electrons with the 8 dots in their outermost shell, except the helium. It is the exceptional condition. Now, the clear description about the elemental representation with the dotted electron dot structure is mentioned for each and every element. Helium 1s2 with the 2 electrons are assigned in 1s orbital in this manner. They are occupying with the opposite spins, and 2 electrons with the 2 dots we indicated. Neon with the 2s2 2p6 outermost shell configuration, they are assigned in accordance with their increasing energy level 2. 1s2 2s2 2p6 and 2s2 2p6 will become its valency shell where 8 electrons are occupied around the neon in this manner. Move on to argon, being it is also noble gas where 3s2 3p6 is the outermost configuration. It is clearly mentioned here. And this is a kind of energy bifurcation of all the orbitals. 1s will be our lowest level and 2s 2p will be represented. 3s and 3p is the valency shell for argon. That's why here 6 electrons have got accommodated. 6 electrons in 3p and 2 electrons in 3s. Total 8 electrons are represented in this manner. Move on to krypton. Krypton with the 4s2 4p6 outermost valency shell configuration. These 8 electrons are represented with 8 dots again. Xenon with what is the valency shell? 5s2 5p6 is its valency shell configuration, and total 8 electrons are represented here too. Radon with the what is the valency? It will be with the 6s2 6p, where we can see 6s2 6p 6. So here radon is also having same number of electrons, and this is assigned with 8 electrons in its valency shell, which are represented in the same manner. And the electron distribution is also arranged in accordance with the increasing energy order. A clear description for each and every element was provided, and the exclusive Lewis dot structure is also provided at the bottom of the slide. Now move on to activity. Now we are going to do the activity based on this Lewis dot structure. Right, the Lewis dot structure for the given elements which are provided in the table. Also consult the periodic table and fill the group number of the element. First element is taken as hydrogen, whose group number is 1. Alkali metal group number will be 1. How many electrons are there in hydrogen? Valence electron count will be 1, right? That's why hydrogen will be indicated with only 1 dot. This is a Lewis dot structure. Group number for hydrogen is 1. How many valency electrons hydrogen have? 1 and only 1 electron. And Lewis dot structure, we have to indicate that electron only. Always remember, in the Lewis dot structure, only valency electrons taken into the consideration. The dot represents valency electrons, not all the electrons whichever present in the atom, right? Helium with the noble gas configuration, and whose group number is 18 in the modern periodic table, 8b in the Roman numerals. Valency electrons, being it is NH2 NP6 completely filled, how many valency electrons we can say? Valency electrons will be 2 actually, and those 2 electrons are represented in the helium with 2 dots. Move on to beryllium. Beryllium with the group number 2, being it is alkaline earth metal. It is denoted as alkaline earth metal, and uh, group number is 2, and valency electrons 1s2, 2s2 is the electron configuration. 1s2 is the inner shell, 2s2 is the outer, that means valency shell. That's 2 valency electrons will be there. Those 2 electrons are represented with 2 dots. Move on to boron. Boron is the 13th group element, third in Roman numerals. And what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. 2s2, 2p1 means total 3 electrons are there. 3 electrons, 2s2 is with the 2 electrons, and 2p1, 1 electron will be indicated in this map. So this is the Lewis dot structure for boron. Move on to carbon. Being it is a 14th group element, R4b in the Roman numerals, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, right? 2s2, 2p2. More, total 4 electrons will be there in its valency shell. How it will be represented? 2s2, 2p2. So this is a representation of Lewis dot structure for carbon. Move on to nitrogen. 15th group, R5b with the Roman numerals. In the periodic table, this is the group number for nitrogen. And 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 2s2, 2p3, total 5 electrons there in the valency shell. All 5 electrons are represented in this manner, 2 plus 3. Total 5 electrons will be there in the nitrogen. Move on to oxygen. Oxygen is the 16th group element, and you can also say 6th in Roman numeral. 1s2, 2 is right. 2s2, 2s2, 2p4, so that here electrons will be 2 plus 4. In this manner, the activity is going to be done for individual elements. Based on number of valency electrons, we have to assign the Lewis dots on the elemental symbol. So this is the kind of representation of Lewis dot structure for individual elements. Now, what do you observe? From this table, what we observed, we have to check. Look at the periodic table. Do you see any relation between the number of valency electrons and group number? We find that group number 1, 2 are exactly resembling and with the valency electrons only. Group number 1, valency electrons 1. Group number 2, valency electrons are 2. 13th and 18th, we can use the periodic table to find the number of valency electrons. 13th group element, all are having only 3 valency electrons. 14th group, all are having 4 electrons. 15th group, 5 electrons. 16th, 6 electrons. 17th, 7. 18th, 8 valency electrons. So in this manner, there is a resemblance with their group number and a valency electron count. So here group 1 has the outermost electron only 1. Group 2 have only 2, 13th with 3, 14th with 4, and so on. You can apply the same thing to all these groups. So there is a direct relation between valency electron count and their respective group number 2. And this is a kind of representation. So here, first group called alkali metal family, where all are persisted with only 1 electron, so that valency electron 1, group number is also 1. And for alkaline earth metals, group number is 2. Their valency electrons 2, 2. For 13th group 3, 14th group 4, 15th group 5, 16th group 6, 17th group 7, 18th group 8. This is a kind of representation and a relation between their valency electrons and group number. And we have one question here. What did you notice in the Lewis dot structure of noble gases and electronic configuration of atoms of these elements which are mentioned in the table number 2? So Lewis dot structure, all the elements of periodic table have tendency to fulfill the octet configuration. Natural tendency of fulfilling the completely filled octet configuration is the ultimate thing they want to achieve. Lewis dot structure represents exact count of valency electrons, give thought of chemical reactivity of the elements. So why they are reacting, what kind of reactive properties are there, everything are monitored, everything got regulated by their tendency to achieve that noble gas configuration. So that is the main thing to move on with the various kind of chemical reactions of individual elements. And it was found that elements with participate in the chemical reactions get octet NH2 NP6 configuration similar to that of noble gases. It is to be noted that octet rule is still a rule, not a law, because there are considerable exceptions for this. Some of the elements without octet also becoming stable. It is the rule, so that that is a natural tendency, but it is not insistingly applicable. So some of the compounds may violate this rule, but universally acceptable, and most of the elements having natural tendency to obey that one. Hence, we say it is a rule but not a law. There is a distinct boundary between rule and law. Rule means most of the things can adopt that one. Law means compulsorily we have to obey that. So this will be the conclusion for this Lewis dot symbol or dot structure. And by this we completed series number 3 with the Lewis dot structure. Thank you very much for your consistent listening. We completed series number 3. Hope this session will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you one and all.